матч личных соревнований у мужчин. Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you to the men's final match. Поприветствуем спортсменов.
So the match that most people here have been waiting for, of course, the entry of the big gladiator that everyone loves to see, Zhou Yu. Not to be ignored, of course, but he's not seeded, he's unranked, he's 20 years old. Coming from a junior perspective, he will certainly be overawed here, I would imagine. But then again, we're talking China v China. And he has put up big battles in the past. I'm sure he's got a big smile there. That's great, isn't it? Zhou Yu is the master. Let's see whether or not he can show the way here. There's an umpire, Igor Borodavchenko. He's assisted by Viktor Valikanov of Russia. And, well, this is, I would suggest, the one that a lot of people will be tuning in to watch. Zhou Yu, such a popular player around the world. It's not just the way in which he plays, the style he plays, it's so exciting. He's almost, it's another development in the evolution of table tennis in China. He personifies that development process. He just pushes the boundaries. It's just so impressive. Of course, you know, the fact that he didn't get to the finals or didn't get to the Olympic Games is a big disappointment for him and a lot of his fans, but you know, there's so many top players in China. His day will come. If it hasn't come already, it certainly will. Zhou Yu is another want-to-be kind of character, but you know, not to be ignored either, but he's only coming through the junior ranks here into the seniors. Zhou Yu has made the trip across here to Ekaterinburg, and it's much appreciated because as number 3 in the world rankings, he could possibly go up to 2 if he wins here. He's quite close to that second position, but he's at the top of the world rankings at the moment in terms of the tour, the World Tour, Pro Tour rankings. He's played 6 events, he's got 46,000 points, and certainly getting into the final will consolidate that position. Next to him will be Mitsultani, Zhangjika, Hao Shui, Ma Long. There's a few Chinese guys that are following on behind him. But, well, this young lad, he switches on his camera there, and I'm sure he'll be looking at this time and time again over the years, because it's the first time he would have met in a final, first time he's been in a World Tour final. Play against Zhou Yu, which I'm sure he'd be one of his idols. They're both left-handers, of course. Play against Zhou Yu would be the thrill of a lifetime. I've still got with me Gavin Rumgay, the #1 Scottish player, and he knows what it's like to play in these huge events. He even has played against Zhou Yu in a doubles match and counted before. Just tell us what it's like to meet the master.
Like a big pressure cooker down there at the moment. Both players warming up, really looking energised, wanting to get off to a good start. Zhou Yu, yeah, I've had the delight, the pleasure to play against him in a doubles match. He was paired with Zhang Jike about 3 years ago in the Harmony China World Tour. So, yeah, fantastic player, world ranking 3, and like you said, John, he could be even higher at the end of this tournament. And both Fen Yalan, the winner of the women's singles, ranked 1, seeded 1. Possibly Zhou Yu can follow through in her footsteps and do the same. But on the other side, we have Zhou Yu, very talented left-handed player too. Great service and receive, and he's going to need every single facet of his game if he's got any chance in this one.
Well, he did beat the Croatian Andrej Gacina in the first round. That was a huge surprise, and he beat him 4-0. It wasn't even, well, the last game was close at 13-11, but other than that, it was comprehensive. He also beat Suboy, he beat Muramatsu, and of course he beat Paikov in the semi-final. So that was a really good score, 4-1. Zhou Yu has not lost a game. He beat Fang Bo comprehensively, 4-0, and he went on to beat, well, in fact, in the quarterfinals, Yan An. He also beat Leventsov and Vlasov as well. And a great shame that Vlasov, the Russian, should be meeting Zhou Yu in the first round, because he could have done with a better draw than that, I think, couldn't he? #1 seed, and one of the guys that really will be one day a world champion. We're getting ready here for the first ball. Zhou Yu will serve it. It's the men's singles final, and we have the GAC Group 2012 ITTF World Tour.
Straight away we're thinking about Zhou Yu. It's important that he serves and receives well. He explodes into the ball. Both players obviously played against each other in the doubles final, so they will be a little bit familiar with what happens on the serve-receive part of the game, and that might play into Xu Xin's hands.
Immediately we get some applause there. Xu Xin 2-1. I'm really looking forward to the time when he falls away, pirouettes from this forehand. It's an extraordinary sight. Well, he's got to get through the service first. 1-3. Well, he hasn't pirouetted away from that forehand. He was just easily struck. But I've seen him put so much energy into that forehand before now from that crouch position. He just flies away from the ball. Yeah, Zhou Yu, and he will not be patronising here. He will not give him points. There's absolutely no way. He will just fight hard. He will be as determined as he can get as many points on the board as possible. He will certainly give him that respect. 5-1. Game from deep, from long, and Zhou Yu will be really happy that he's picked that one up.
Give him credit there. Big loop-to-loop exchange coming out on top. Well done. Just a little bit edgy. Played beautiful short from Zhou Yu. Just a little bit edgy on the backhand opening up shot. Give himself a little bit more margin for error. This is the first set. Play your way in.
That's good. 2-6. It's now 3-6. Just finds a way to come to the net. Pounces on that one. Directs it well.
There's a little bit of time now to think before a second serve in the sequence of two. This is a big one. Already just in the early stages of this match. Don't let Xu Xin get a big lead.
He's won the battle of the net, which is quite unusual. 6-4. Well, again, bit of pressure on, and that's excellent for Zhou Yu to come back into this first game. Great stretching from Zhou Yu. He's a wonderful defender from deep.
Little change of service again. He's opting to go into the short forehand, but that one was just actually a half-long service. Zhou Yu not reading that one, pushing that instead of waiting for it to come half-long and spinning up.
5-7. Well, yeah, that was a wild backhand ultimately. Zhou Yu quite content, not forcing the pace, and that's the quality of the man. He knows when he's got to force it and when he can just stay in the point, and that's the difference now. 3 points, 5-8. Oh, edge.
Not even someone as wonderful as Xu Xin can get that one back. Net edge, exactly what you want. Of course, you apologise, but you don't really mean the apology.
8-6. such a clever serve. He's playing a lot out there to that forehand side of the left-hander, tucking him up a little bit. 9-6. That's an unusual error.
Brave there from Zhou Yu to just go right back into the Xu Xin, where Xu Xin was standing. You've got to be a brave man to do that.
Yeah, some confidence there, no doubt. It's 10-7, 7-10 actually, obviously with the serve with Zhou Yu. And it's 3 game points in the first game. Yeah, perfect. That dynamic forehand does the job. And, well, Zhu Xin, he does what we expect him to do. He controls the game right in the middle. Zhou Yu fought back well. A couple of errors on the play from Zhu Xin. But generally speaking, he's in control because he's such a dominant character in every respect. First game then, and it goes to Zhu Xin by 11 points to 7.
Xu Xin just so dominant right from the start, but he marches onto this table with fantastic execution of tactics as well. He's decided to target the Zhou Yu short forehand, and from then he looks to attack into any place he wants. He creates, he shapes the ball, he steps up. Very, very impressive. Zhou Yu, he's going to have to start serving 1 or 2 little topspin serves so he can start to open out the rallies and get flowing himself. Let's see what happens though. It's Xu Xin with the service and the ball.
Wow. We don't normally see Xu Xin having to stretch that much. I mean, it was an extraordinary get back. But good on Zhou Yu for keeping the pressure on. It's 0-1. And now tied up at 1-all.
Every single facet of the game is just so strong from Xu Xin. If we're talking out of 10, everything's an 8, 9 or 10 out of 10.
Oh, that's unbelievable. Puts it into the corner on one flank, and then just a push backhand down into the corner on the other side. Just look at that. Push backhand, no action on the ball, just accurate. Fantastic shot. 1-2. 5-time champion in the Pro Tour and World Tour Series is Xu Xin. This is that one he hates missing. He hates it when he knows he could have made it.
Looks up to the skies when he misses, but that's only once in a blue moon.
Yeah, and again it's a wind up. There was not much margin for error there either, was there? It just had to be so precise. A number of guys that missed that kind of shot. 3-2. Good save, eh?
Very clever. Zhou Yu had stepped in. He was anticipating the short forehand receive. So, as we expect, the number 1 seed Xu Xin always one step ahead.
Not even bothering to towel down there at 2-4. I think he missed it.
Again, targeting the short forehand. This is clear tactics here from the commentary box. We can see exactly what's happening here, and we hope that Zhou Yu's going to switch on to this.
Yeah, he's too good on that backhand as well. It's all, he's in the rhythm, he's in the mood, and it's got the momentum. It's all good stuff. 6-2, it goes back to Zhu Xin. There's my baby. I've been waiting for him. He whirls away from that. I absolutely love that. And the whirling dervishes. They're not far from here, are they? What's this? Bang! There he goes. A little pirouette. I love that.
Little smile as well for the cameras.
I know. It's great. 7-2. Big applause from the box here. Yeah, he is something very special, isn't he? One of the top youngsters coming through as his opponent, but he's a masterclass. Giving him a masterclass. It's 2-8. Zhou Yu to win it. Zhou Yu to win it. He has. You beauty. 2-9.
It looked like poor Zhou Yu was playing through treacle there. He couldn't get enough power on the ball.
Well, when you get the arrogance of Zhou Yu like that, it's so disappointing. He's not being patronising, he's just playing as he can. And again, he touches the net, puts it long, and he's disappointed with himself. It's 3-9. 9-3.
As we've spoken about once or twice over this week, it's important now for Zhou Yu to just gain a little bit of momentum at the end of this set. Even if he doesn't follow through and win it, that will help for the start of the third.
It's not going to help when he makes errors like that, though. That's 10. That is 7 game points in the second. Zhou Yu has not dropped a game. He doesn't look even close to losing one. That's it. That's 11-3. Zhou Yu is totally dominant. He came as the favourite. He's absolutely delivering as the favourite. It's 2-0 in games. And doesn't matter what Zhou Yu can do. I tell you, Zhou Yu can do better.
So now Zhou Yu might have to utilise one or two dirty tactics. Let's slow the game down. Let's tie the shoelaces. Something that a Scotsman would do to try and break the play.
Okay. Yeah, it has been very, very impressive. That's the break between, and it's 11-7, 11-3. Zhou Yu came out with a little bit of showboating there. Showed his one of his wonderful little fall-away forehands. And I mean, you just can't work out how he does it. Falls away, comes back up. If the ball had come back, I dare say, after the pirouette, he would have come back into play again. It's just, that's the way he is. It's so exciting. And that's pushing the boundaries back further in terms of the excellence of play in China. Here we go in third game. Well done. Zhou Yu picks up the first point and does it well.
Positive intent. Nice little verbal warning there as well. Little shout.
And another one. It's all or nothing. It's go or bust.
Wasn't the cleanest of strikes, but he'll take it. 2 sets down.
Can't believe you made that error there. It's 1-2. Moved nicely into position, but he's the fox, isn't he? Zhou Yu the fox. Cunning. That's good. Quick, early, smiles. 3-1.
One of the first times he's been looking to be proactive from the short forehand side. Better stuff.
Give him half a chance and he's onto it. Pounces. That's why Zhou Yu is so extraordinary. He's not giving too many of those chances. But I can tell you now, that brain is whirling around. He's absolutely thinking, and how should I give that away? 4-1. I'm going to be stingy now.
Oh.
He ends up on the other side of the table. No one at home. It's like a goal mouth miss, this one. Look at this. It's a doubles without the other pair. Well, we're back at the table. You're not alone, I can promise you.
Amazing, amazing when you see the crowd on the edge of their seats as well, John.
Yeah. Ah, this is great. Wonderful entertainment. 4-4. I think he's got in a safe position at 4-1, working well. But he's playing on the edge, that's the problem. He's playing at the absolute maximum. Whereas Zhou Yu is playing within himself, which is a big difference. Ooh. Came back off it, so 5. It's 5-3. And another mistake off the net and out, and that's 6. So 6-3. Well, he's obviously said to himself, Zhou Yu, if you want to go out in this final, at least put up a bit of a battle. You've got to go for it, and he's really, really putting in every effort here. Ah, look at that one on the edge as well. How many times? Jeez. Watch this backhand. He's pretending now that he's stretching, but actually what he's cursing in the air, I'm sure. That is just so really annoying. 4-6. Zhou Yu still behind. He will not want to be losing a game here. He wants to keep a perfect record.
Immaculate in the short exchange there. Once both players have touched short, they get out very, very well. A lot of the European players, when they touch short, they just stand and watch the ball and then look slow.
He just absolutely holds it back, waits for the moment and delivers another absolutely brilliant forehand. It's the fencer in him, it's the coup de grace, just points in for another big one, and you can just see and feel Zhou Yu, he had a 3-point lead, that has been whittled away to 0. It's 6-all. Well, he had to go for it, but he is on the edge all the time. He's at the edge of his talent and ability, but at least he's giving it a crack. Zhou Yu in the lead, 7-6, 6-7. Double could be a double champion here, of course. Already won the doubles. Yeah, good work.
So play, looking to step in, use that forehand flick. He's not used that enough so far, especially when Zhou Yu has started to target that area when he serves. Zhou Yu maybe having to receive long into the backhand or wide forehand flick. That might see him through. Good stuff.
Oh dear, that's a waste. Yeah, he'll reflect on that one, think, oh my goodness, it was such a simple shot, I should have played it better.
It was a strange shot from Zhou Yu as well, opting to play short when when Zhou Yu was going long.
8-7. He'll be disappointed with that. The pen holder, we saw it very good in close-up. Those fingers are magic fingers, aren't they?
A little bit loose. There was no need for that receive. He could have just held on short. Again, though, that's Zhou Yu's attitude. He goes for 1 or 2 flamboyant shots. When they go, great for the crowd.
9-8. And he goes flat into that one, and that means it's 10-8. Ooh, wow, okay. He hasn't lost the game yet. What are the odds on him losing this one? I tell you what, he's going to come back. Just for a bit of fun here in the finals. 8-10. 2 magical serves required to stay in this game. 11-8, and JB's wrong again. It always happens that way. I'm sorry, Susin. Obviously, I'm not your lucky mascot today, but that is really very impressive from Zhou Yu. He really did well, put a bit of pressure on, and went for broke, and on many occasions came through with the goods. So well done him. The first time that Susin has dropped a game in the tournament, and it comes in the final. Big smiles there, but he was under pressure, and he tried to be just a little bit too clever a couple of occasions. That was a great point, wasn't it? Loved that one. But 11-8 in favour of Zhou Yu. But did we enjoy that one?
It's been a circus act at one side, the guy wearing the red shirt, definitely. Oh, it's been fun and game so far, but excellent stuff from Zhou Yu to just batten down the hatches. Start to think a little bit about playing the forehand flick as well, which in the first two sets he didn't use at all. So, yeah, game on.
Yeah. You're not suggesting he should wear the red nose as well, are you? Anyway, he's got the service. Susin is now in the fourth game. Just looking around, what's the problems?
Maybe asking for a red nose.
I don't think so. I think he's asking for the scoreboard to be neutralised. That's exactly what it is. It's 2-1 in favour of Susin. He's got the ball for the serve in the fourth. Oop. It's a little long. He's actually expecting that one to be in because he's up there to receive it. It is quite spectacular when he gets his game together. Love one. The smiles are gone. And the serious side of the play is about to start, I can tell you. He's 2-0 down. The longer this goes on, of course, the more confidence Zhou Yu will pick up. The more he realises that he can compete. And you get that.
But it's been a very brave effort for Zhou Yu to find some sort of foothold in this match. It looked at 2-0 that he was going to get blown away very quickly, but he's still here. Putting up his hand, light service.
Yeah. Missed a couple, but you still think that when the chips are really, really down, I'll be able to come through. 1-3. Oh, what a response. The counter forehand there. It just went, I mean, you're talking about bananas. There was more than that to it. It was a boomerang. Nearly came back to him. Amazing. What a shot. Still back, though. He's 2-3. I love that. That's a great shot.
That was a banana receive, using the spin to his advantage to play out wide. He's not used that yet. Very, very innovative.
Got a lot of fruit at the table here at the minute. 4-2, sorry. Because we have Zhou Yu in service. Good boy. Absolutely excellent. Into the body again, and that's 5.
He's going to take that level, though, for the 7 sets. If he's going to win 4 of them, he's going to have to play well beyond what he's capable of, possibly.
He is putting pressure on, and it's coming to the body of Susin. And I tell you, this is really, the longer this goes on, Zhou Yu, he surprised a lot of people by beating Andre Kachina in the first round, the number 2 seed in this tournament. And he's now getting some more confidence. 2-6. Oh, that's unbelievable. Wow, what an adjustment from both players, really. It's 2-7.
See the camera on this one on one leg? There we go. Beautiful.
It'll hop into the point. 2-7. Sweet, really sweet shot.
You're asking for trouble though against Zhou Yu. If you start to back off and start to fish the ball, you've got to force yourself to stay up close to the table, even if he hits you with a huge stroke.
7-3. Oh, missed that one. That was simpler backhand. Let's say that Zhou Yu played a really good response. This is getting interesting. 8-3. Ah. He's just missed that. But I said dismissed, not missed it. Dismissed that as if the ball has not been there. Unbelievable. Gosh, what a shot.
I can imagine what he must be like on the practice table, Zhou Yu. Oh, hard to imagine. So many beautiful shots there, well executed again.
Well, he'd be the epitome of the multi-ball trainer, wouldn't he? Gosh, you'd need about 1 million balls a session. And again, into the left pocket, or right pocket, I should say. And that just, a little bit of doubt creeping in. 5-8 there.
But we hope that Zhou Yu is not going back to his tactics of the first set when he looks to push with backspin on every receive. He has to try and come over the ball with topspin.
And that is 2 good services. 8-6.
You can't pick those serves. Very difficult to see the direction on the Zhou Yu service. The last moment he changes his wrist placement to then get the ball to deviate off long into the backhand.
Oh, and that was brave. Good work. So Sim missed that one. He picked up 3 in a row, but he doesn't like to do things the easy way. He loves to make them look flashy, and yeah, there you go. How did I miss that one? 9-6. And now 7-9, and so Sin, he can really, with his 2 services to come, he can put enormous pressure on here.
First service in the sequence of 2 to come. Here we go. Up, and it's 8-9 now, so you think he's out of it. He was 8-3 down, and in any other match you'd think, oh yeah, okay, that's an easy win, but Zhou Yu is a different class, different character. 8-9, he can level it here. And he has done. It's 9-all. Weakness in the short receive again, just when it's scoreboard pressure, 9-8, he doesn't want to step in and touch it short or flick long. He opts for the very simple push long, invite Zhou Yu to attack, and if that happens, he's going to be struggling.
He's giving us a good show. Both of them actually putting on a great performance, good exhibition. And he misses that one, and he can't believe it. Aye. Well, this is game ball. Game point to Zhou Yu. And he proved me wrong last time by winning it. Let's see if he can win it this one. Level things at 2. It was a brave effort, but 10-all. Zhou Yu normally doesn't make 2 mistakes in a row, and this time he just shows his quality. Brilliant forehands.
Heavy forehands as well. Ball really arcing, dipping across the net. Creates such a great angle at the same time as using speed.
10-all. Oh. Well, that was definitely too ambitious. He was a bit off balance before he went for the shot.
I'd be having a word with myself maybe playing those exhibition shots at 3-4 all. 10 all, I have my doubts.
Well, it's game point for the second time. Zhou Yu. And then another big hit to level things at 11. And there was a ooh around the hall as well. It's no wonder, because they are awesome shots.
A certain aura to this guy, though. Look at the way he marches about, confidence there.
And now he's got the 12-11. Isn't that extraordinary? For most of this game, it's been Zhou Yu who's had the lead, he's had the confidence, but Zhou Yu has climbed back into this one, squeezed the lead, and he's now got game point for a 3-1. Oh, he's missed it off the net.
Looks at his racket there in disgust.
We'll take a break at 12 all. He's actually talking to his best friend. Come on, what are you doing to me? So, there's a bit more work to do here. 12 all. So Sin has got the first service. Oh, that's a great shot. Whoa! Fantastic. He knew that serve was coming next time. Great work. 13-12. Third game point here for Zhou Yu. And it's leveled again at 13 all. So Sin, he's got nerves of steel. He's got a 2-1 lead, which I guess takes the pressure off a fraction, but he doesn't know reserve, does he? He doesn't know conservative. It doesn't appear in his language. All or nothing guy. 13 all. And the serve this time does work for him. It's 14-13. Service will go back to Zhou Yu. It's all about mental steel. And is that going to be empty? It is a timeout. Okay, the timeout call. That's the wrong side, sure.
Zhu Shin has called the timeout. That will just be to try and break Zhou Yu's rhythm. You can see how much this means to Zhu Shin. He really is putting the emphasis on this next point.
He's been tested a little bit. You know, it's all good to see.
I've been known in the past to use that tactic as well. You get to 10 all, you win a point to go 11-10, then you take a timeout. It gives you just a little chance to think, how am I going to receive here? What do I want to do? What place on the table do I want to receive to? So it's that clarity of thought.
See it, it makes good sense. I was just quite surprised because we were having a nice flowing and momentous kind of game here. It's yeah, fine. Zhou Yu will get to serve, and Zhou Sin has got the game point here. He's got 14-13. This for a 3-1 lead. And that is it. He's done it. He has done it. 15-13. Zhou Sin has come through, and you have to say a great timeout. Wonderful recovery, and the cream to the top of the pot there. Oh, wow, okay, this is doing summaries here of the highlights of that game, but it really was a very impressive one. 15-13. Both players, excellent stuff, wasn't it?
That game had it all. Shot received, deft touch to the big loop stuff, and we even managed at 10 all for Zhu Shin to visit the circus again. We had it all in that set. It's real pleasure to be sitting here watching this in Russia.
There's a lot of extravagant play, and I think that Zhou Sin's got, I think Zhou Yu got dragged into that. He was dragged into the competitive nature, which Zhou Yu was more able to complete. Anyway, 15-13 in the fourth, 3-1 in games, and just one more required for Zhou Yu to be champion once again for the 6th time in the Pro Tour and World Tour Series. Zhou Yu will get the serve. Advantage of the net. 1-0.
And a lot at stake for both players here. Zhou Yu will be coming into the ITTF World Rankings for the first time on this next October list. So imagine if he was to win this, he would come in at 3 or 4 in the world. It's frightening. So huge amount at stake for both players.
Now very capable helper. Yana on the left. She's been a great translator, university graduate, and very, very helpful for us. Wonderful English. Natasha also has been helping. It's been great. We've been well received. So a little moment of doubt there from Zhou Yu. 3-2 in favour of, and now 4-2, 2-4. It's all happening too quickly for me. Zhou Yu does a really good job in picking up those cheap points. 2-4.
To towel down, get the thoughts back. What serve to deliver next? That's the right tactics from Zhou Yu. Touch short or go wide to the CHN forehand. Don't want to be missing too many of these routine backhands against a player as strong and forceful as CHN.
5-3. Great start. 6-3.
What's fascinating in table tennis is when these top players can change direction like that.
You know he's not taking anything for granted. That's stunning. 4-6. Anything you can do. Shaped up to play it into the forehand, into the backhand of Zhou Yu. Down the forehand corner. And another big one. The circus is in town.
What do we do? Do we blast that ball up into the stands, or we play a little flamboyant, delicate shot? Beautiful.
That was the real meaning of a drop shot. 5-6. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Brilliant. Gavin is applauding in the box here. That was really superb. Just look at that little kiss of the ball and then the power away on the forehand. Zhou Yu can do nothing with that, although he worked really hard to try and stay in that point. He could do nothing about it. It's 7-5. That's a good match, this. Love it. And he's done it again. It's just a little shimmy. It's the sort of hips coming into shoulders. He doesn't quite know where that ball's going. It's 8-5. Good stuff. And Zhou Yu is being examined here. I don't think he likes that too much. He'll be uncomfortable. 5-9. Will he be able to get back into this? He did it last game. Came back from 3-8 down. 7 now, 9-7.
How the game can change so quickly. Time to, yeah, that's it. He's going to go for a timeout now, and I think that's the right play.
Yeah, he does need it. I think that's he's played well. I mean, we've been really well impressed. He got blown a little bit away in the first game, but he's fought back very, very handsomely, and well, he can battle. You can see that on a 4-3 in the second round. Tight match against Peikov. Although the score was 4-1, and Peikov could have made a little bit more of it in the Russian semi-final. Ultimately, Zhou Yu had the skills and he had the intent. Too well, but this is a different match here. To play against Zhou Yu and come out with a score of 9-7. He's obviously doing well. Right, we're ready to roll again. These are important. He's missed it. It's 8-9-8.
Nice little greasy opening up spin from Xu, inviting Zhou Yu to try and attack that one back, but difficult to get that one on the table.
Oh, that's magnificent. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Crikey. Did you tell me that called Merlin, this guy? Well, we've got to think some other magical names, haven't we? Zhou Yu, he was just brilliant there. Under pressure, a lot of points behind, and just look at him. He's leveled things at 9-all. He needs 2 more, and he's the champion. It's what makes a champion, isn't it? Just brilliant, brilliant play like that. He's got the serve, he can dictate it here. 2 points. Bye-bye. Ah, and he went for a big one. Gee whiz.
Almost gave the umpire a kiss there. I don't know what was going on.
Oh dear, he doesn't do things simply, does he? Look at this. He wanted to do it in absolute stylo Milo. Oh. You've got to admire him, haven't you? Game point here that he's missed. Well, no. Okay. Zhou Yu made it. Zhou Yu missed the opportunity to take the game. 10-all. Went to 15-13. Last time we got into this territory. Oh dear. Ooh, wow, that was a really wild backhand. Wild backhand for the pen holder. Never used to exist. So he's got to come from behind again. It's 10-11. Game point, Zhou Yu. And he's blown it at the serve. 11-all.
There's a difference between anticipation and guessing. I mean, he's got to be a little bit more decisive and receive of serve there, but he has his chance to redeem himself. Here we are.
He's missed it. It's, oh, has he called it good? He's actually called it himself good, but I'm not sure. Let's have a look at this. Ooh, well. It's been given to Zhou Yu, so that means it's 12. I think he missed it. No, it's gone the other way. Wow. Okay. Game point against Zhou Yu then. Wow.
Sportsmanship again of the highest order from Xu. Pleasure to see that.
11-12. And that's it, it's 13-11 in favour of Zhou Yu. So he comes back to a 3-2 position. And that was a really delicate edge that he considers that one. And obviously he'll be very grateful for that point to be given. But wow, Zhou Yu had his chances, but he just got a little bit too cocky at the end. I think that's probably an appropriate word. He was going for the big hits. He wanted to finish in style, and he's been caught out a little. But for us, I'm sure, here in the stadium, and you at home, you must be wanting more, and more, please. We got it. We got the 6th game to come. 3-2. So it's it. Well, here he goes, 6th game. Susin in the lead 3-2. I wonder whether he'll be a little bit more conservative now. Picks up the first point. Nice dragon on the front of that outfit, that leaning gear. All the Chinese support. I remember seeing Li Ning. You won't remember him, Gavin, but I do. Do you remember Li Ning? Do you know who Li Ning is?
You're showing your age again. I love this.
Showing my age, but you are also showing that you're not a real big sports fan all round. He was one of the greatest gymnasts, Chinese gymnasts, that ever lived. Well, in fact, he is the greatest gymnast ever lived. He's now gone into business, making fantastic gear. And the Chinese, all the Chinese guys love it. Yeah, he was Olympic champion. It was well before your time. So Sin has a 3-0.
Okay, steals a point. 1st and 4.
Normally would expect to get those. It's just that little element of uncertainty. And this is when he's really tested, can be a bit wild. It's the one thing that we know he's capable of doing, throwing games. There's pressure on both of them here. They're both trying to be really good in both the exhibition side and also obviously to finish off and win the championship.
But I like that play from Zhou Yu. Sometimes he's been a little bit passive in the short forehand play. Looked to be aggressive there. I like that.
Yeah, he's throwing away points here at the moment. So Sin, 3-4. Off the net and out, and that's 5-3.
Shushin just a little bit strong when he steps round that backhand corner to utilise that big forehand. It opens up a 2-point gap.
You can tell he's serious now. He doesn't normally bounce up and down like that. He's really into this. He wants this one right now. He doesn't want it to go to a 7th. And look at him, chasing after the ball as well. It's all about putting pressure on.
Beautiful forehand flick. It's got more power than my forehand loop.
You've got a forehand loop. He's missed another one. This is spelling frustration, and it could spell disaster. Look at him. He's bouncing. Watch out when he's on the prowl like this. He is. He's a lion, I tell you.
Great play from Zhou Yu. Sharp. Really taking that ball early. Giving Shushin very little time to react.
A frustrating backhand. Yeah, it's no wonder he's putting his racket to his face there. He knows that that was a must-win point. You can't now have an 8-4 in favour of Zhou Yu with his service to come and expect to put pressure on. It won't happen. Now, what are the odds on him trying to finish spectacularly, like we've just seen before? It's going to happen. It's got to happen. He would have wound a big one up there if he needed it. It's 9-4.
At least another 2 points, John, to see the flamboyancy.
Yeah, he wants it. He just desperately needs to. He wants the fans around the world to see him as he really is. No, missed that one.
What I think there, Zhou Yu was wanting to go back and give us a little bit of a show at the back of the court, so he'll be a little bit displeased at missing that one.
Yeah. Got a couple more chances though. 5-9. Uh-huh. 9-6. 6-9. Great banners though, they really do look very realistic. That SUV GAC car is quite spectacular in the background. Not for the first time, he pulls away from the serve, then starts again. And that is now championship point to Zhou Yu. And polite applause will turn into rapturous applause if he manages, with this particular point, to come away with his trademark forehand. Let's see if he can. 10-6, championship point. Oh, he was on it. He was on it and he missed it.
Puff of the cheeks. There's plenty more to come. He's got another 3 attempts.
There it was, up on a plate, he missed it. 10-7 with a serve with Zhou Yu, championship point here in Russia. And he's missed another one. It's 8-10.
Suddenly doesn't become very funny when you look at the scoreboard and it reads 10-all in 2 points time, if that's the case.
Yeah, shake of the head. Again, a little ironic smile. He's been tested here. It's been a good battle. Zhou Yu in the final for the first time of a World Tour event. He's put up a super fight. And look at this. Great serves, and yes, little nerves creeping in. Zhou Yu, we didn't think you had them. 9-10.
Who can get the strong forehand in first? That's what both players are stepping up to the table to look for.
And it's 10-all. Gavin Marunge is looking at me, staring. I'm not going to look at him. He's saying as much as I told you so. There is pressure. There is definitely pressure. Of course there is. 10-all. And Zhou Yu will get the serve. If it go to a 7th, that will be something special for Zhou Yu, I tell you. That we didn't certainly expect that. And here we go. He's still the master. I call toss. And a really wild ball. And normally the trademark shot has just left him. That's amazing. He's now facing game point against him. How the mighty fall. It's not done yet, of course. He still could come back. But Zhou Yu has got a golden opportunity. Nerves here jangling from Zhou Yu. And that is it. He's taken it. Oh, magnificently by 12 points to 10. We've leveled things up at 3-all. And Zhou Yu has performed almost a miracle here. It has been superb. Zhou Yu under the cosh wanted to make it very, very spectacular to finish it off. He did it, tried it twice, and he's now burying his head in his towel, thinking, oh my goodness, maybe I better go back and do the easy stuff well, because, hey, 3-all, that's amazing. We are going to get a spectacular 7th game here in the final of the Kosovo Russian Open. Okay, all right, you're right again, Gavin.
keep thinking back to that point at 10-7 when Xu Xin stepped round and decided to do his little mini twirl again. Probably not the time for it.
No, it wasn't. And I mean, you know, the last 3 games, just look at them, how tight they were. They've all gone to juices. Really, really very impressive. But you have to say that Zhou Yu is the one that's come out with the smell of roses, so to speak, at the moment. He's certainly put on a great show. And all of you, wherever you are watching in the world, you're seeing the emergence of a new talent. Zhou Xin will be under pressure here. Broke there, he's got the Zhou Xin disease. You don't need to do that. Choose the right one to do it. Easy from here, isn't it? And I don't see him miss those too often either. That's 1-all.
Very good play from Zhou Yu, taking a little bit of pace off the forehand loop, going for direction over power.
I'm going to remind you of something here. Zhou Yu, not seeded in the tournament, unranked in the world. Wow.
I think rules state that it's your best 2 wins if you're an unranked player. So imagine he comes in, he beats someone at 3 and he beats someone at 20. He'll take an average of that and he would come in about 10 in the world. That must be one of the biggest
Entries ever. Yep, I agree. Well, we could be seeing a bit of history made here in Ekaterinburg. He wasn't far from that one either. My goodness. He's got a lot of variety to his play. Great effort. 2-3. That is a little wasteful. Too ambitious. You don't want to be handing Zhou Xin any points here. He takes a lot himself. He doesn't need charity.
Now that he has his 2 serves to come as well,
Yeah.
difficult.
And now that's great serve. Continuing with his dominance of that 5-2.
The body language positive. Zhou Yu, stride round there, strut your stuff. The chest out. Look like you mean business. You might get back into this.
Yeah, he's done well. Just in case you're wondering, of course, it was a change of ends at 5. Oh, too good. That's where he is strong, and he hasn't been that accurate. We've seen it early doors, but not at this later stages. Those super forehands, it doesn't matter where they go, into the body or out wide, it's all very effective. 3-6.
Skipping away to a little bit of a lead. 7-3.
Yeah, it is 7-3. We've got a wrong scoreboard down the far side. Here we go. And that's an 8-3 now. Came from the side. And the score just didn't actually change around when the players changed. That was his problem. But we're in good shape. We've got good score here. 8-3. Zhou Xin on his way here after a big shock. Missed it. 9-3. 3-9.
Tough at the top. Zhou Yu just getting a little bit of momentum together. 9-3. He'll be eager this time to follow through.
Yeah, he will not. I can guarantee he will not try to make a spectacular finish. He will now just get the job done. He's got to do it first, though. 4-9. Well, whatever happens, Zhou Yu has had a great introduction to World Tour, GAC World Tour. It's been brilliant. And look at that, absolutely fabulous shot down the line. Early ball, magnificent. And again, Zhou Yu under a little bit of pressure here. He doesn't like it, he's not comfortable. And the only smile we'll get is ironic smile. It's not wholehearted. 9-5 though, he can finish it here with these two serves. And he's missed it.
Zhou Yu and the big loop-to-loop rally a little bit stronger, but very impressive. Zhou Yu sticking in the point.
He got a bit too close to the ball there. He was in better shape than he thought he was. An extra power on it. He missed the table. 9-6.
Service must have been very, very faint.
Oh, and that is a real disaster. That is a really poor backhand. Above all, keep it on the table. No need to risk anything, and he's blown that one. 6-10, that is now match and championship point here for Zhou Yu. 4 of them. And that is it. A little bit anticlimactic, I guess you said at the end, but Zhou Yu has come through. Much to his relief, I would say, and the come out of the cheek suggests that as well. It was a great performance by Zhou Yu, but Zhou Yu, forever the performer as well, as applauding the crowd, and he will, when he finishes the duties here, signing the scorecard, he will certainly turn to them and say, okay, I'm a double champion here in Ekaterinburg. It was been a bit tight against one of my compatriots, but in the end, he still kept a big, big fan base because they love the style of his play.
What a wonderful World Tour it's been here in Russia. Very, very good. And funnily enough, both top seeds have come through. They've managed to win their respective event. So impressive.
Yep, we had a lot of seeds falling in the earlier rounds, but ultimately the two Chinese who came, Feng Yalan and Zhou Yu, have been victorious. They will be crowned champions in a while. 6th victory on the Pro and the World Tour for Zhou Yu, and he continues to entertain and pushes the boundaries back of table tennis. Look at that unbelievable backhand push. He did it several times, much to the consternation of his opponents, I'm sure. But just look at this. The ability to adjust is quite phenomenal. Zhou Yu is such a talent, but Zhou Yu is emerging as a big threat. Quite amazing. It has been a fabulous event. Really enjoyed the week here. Of course, and visiting a new city as well is always great, great fun. A city that has recovered from its reputation as the place where the last Tsar of Russia, Tsar Nicholas II, was executed, was murdered, assassinated, has now given rebirth to a new cathedral that is just behind us here now, and there's huge hope attached with all that as well. Confirmation that Zhou Yu was the winner 4-3. We will see the gold medals presented in a while, and the others as well, of course, but it has been a great, great visit. Really enjoyed having you with me, next to me, and giving your expert advice as well. Thanks a lot.
It's been an absolute pleasure, John. Thank you very much.
So we will get the prize presentations in just a while. I hope you can stay with us for that.